Hey family, so some people have asked me what drives me, what makes me get up every morning to make the content that I do as often as I do, to hold cops accountable, to hold my government accountable, and why do I work so hard as a black revolutionary? Well, let me go ahead and give you a little bit of backstory on me. I wasn't always like this. At one point, I was very much not like this. Obviously, I'm a former law enforcement officer, obviously, and what drives me and what changed me is the things that I witnessed and things that I saw. You see, sometimes you have to experience things in life to kind of get it, right? Like there's some people in the dominant society, the dominant white society, who can say that, hey, I understand police brutality, but you understand it from the white perspective. You don't understand it from my perspective, because you can only get it from certain perspectives based on what you've experienced. And there's some people who just simply cannot experience things, or has not experienced things. So therefore you truly don't truly get it. Not saying that people don't get police brutality based on skin color. I'm not saying that whatsoever. I'm just saying there's a different experience. It's a brutality experience, but the experience can be different depending on who you are. Like, for example, if you're a man or a woman, you have to worry about different things when you encounter a police officer. So with that being said, I saw things over time, and I saw targeting of my people, specifically foundational Black Americans. And me being from South Carolina, where a lot of that movement was being spearheaded. It started from the West Coast, and it came over to the East Coast, and it took off there. I started seeing a Black pride. People started being proud to be Black American. At one point, people would come over to this country and they would say, "You guys have no culture. You Black Americans, you have no culture," and they would try to envelop us into other groups, and they would then, treat us badly once we were enveloped into those groups. And so we needed our own separate culture, and I was down with that. And so right now, when I spent most of my life in South Carolina being told that it was bad to be Black, and now all of a sudden it's good to be Black, and so I'm behind that. That's something I've been looking for my whole life. Like I that is beautiful to me. I am so happy to wake up and say, hey, I am a foundational Black American. I helped to build this country. My people did that. I'm proud of that. And so what drives me is the pride of my people, but what also drives me is a dedication to cause, to try to bring change based on things that I saw, things that I've experienced. And partially what drives me is trauma. Not just generational trauma, but things that I saw in law enforcement in the state of South Carolina. Some of the racism, some of the law enforcement corruption, some things that I experienced as a child. So what drives me is dedication to cause and want for change and pride in my people.